The shade of a pine forest, your first skinny dip before breakfast, while a local fisherman drops off your dinner for tonight. Nature's Camp Baldarin exists in that unique space between simple and special, delivering the essentials at a high standard without pretending to be anything it's not. And that is exactly why we loved it. Set on the Croatian island of Cres, this coastal, forested corner with a seemingly endless shoreline is where you can find Camp Baldarin. The setting feels remote in the best way, a place where a cool breeze carries the afternoon and the sea stays in view as the path bends from cove to cove. This setting typically attracts a certain kind of visitor, those who like to disconnect from the corporate world, who want to enjoy pure nature, who like camping in the woods with no clear boundaries, who like to spend their vacation without clothes. Talking about clothes, Baldarin is officially a split campground, but it operates the other way around from what you would think. The clothes-free side is the main part, roughly 3 times the size of the textile section. So basically, this is a clothes-free campground with a small clothed section. Under the pine trees, most camping areas are unnumbered and free to choose. It's the kind of setup where a couple of friends can find a corner for a small tent just as easily as a family can shape a bigger zone, all under the deep natural shade that keeps the air a notch cooler on hot afternoons. This pick-as-you-come principle adds a cool bohemian free camp charm. For those who like a little bit more structure, premium pitches bring order and convenience. Several of the seafront spots step down in little terraces that feel like balconies over the sea. Set up for sunning and watching the water slide from turquoise to cobalt as the day moves on. Not every pitch has that staircase feel, and if you didn't manage to get your hands on one of these, you can also perfectly watch the sea from the rocks. If a real bed is your preferred type of camping, a tucked-away corner with several safari tents and its own sanitary block creates this tiny glamping resort inside the larger one. The tents have a fully equipped kitchen, some living space, bedrooms, and a big terrace to dry on between swims. There are also mobile homes and caravans for rent if you're not a tent person. Walking becomes part of your daily routine. A continuous trail follows the coast, sometimes just above the splash line and sometimes lifting into the forest before dropping back down. It may take a day or two before you discover the perfect sunrise and sunset spots, but once you found them, you'll love to see the horizon disappear in a purple glow. On clear nights, the moonlight will turn the cove silver and make you feel like in a fairy tale. Most of the shoreline is rocky and made for sunbathing on flat stones. Yet, there are also a couple of sand and pebble parts that make your feet feel more welcome. Even away from the beaches, there are several access points tucked along the sides, often with stairs, so slipping into the water stays easy. 2 small harbors, one on the clothes-free side and one on the clothed side, accommodate those who brought a boat. Facilities keep pace with the setting. Showers come both outdoors and inside private blocks, and they're kept impressively clean even when the season is at full speed. Dining is where Baldarin overachieves. In the clothes-free zone, the waterfront restaurant Lučica totally fits in the Baldarin vibe. Simple, but excellent. While sitting on a wooden bench, you will be having some of the best seafood Croatia has to offer. Partially because Lučica is one of the only 20-ish restaurants in the whole country where fresh fish is delivered directly by the fisherman in the morning. Covering up is required at the restaurant, but a sarong is usually enough. The atmosphere stays relaxed. Food done right, seasonal dishes, and enough options to keep everybody happy. Be careful though, once you ate here, you will let all your groceries go bad. For a break between restaurant visits, fresh groceries can be bought at the large shop on the clothed side of the resort. There's also a snack bar next to the reception and a place to pick up pizzas. If, for some reason, you want to get active, there's tennis, mini golf and volleyball on the clothed part as well. We get it though. A bit of exercise makes that massage feel more deserved. The most common activity happens beyond the gate, where the island opens into a web of hiking paths. Trails drift through pine woods and lead to little bays where the only sound is water gently crashing onto the rocks. As there's not much around Baldarin, it's quite easy to walk these trails naked, but we can't recommend it because you're outside your resort. When you're aching a dose of streets, buildings and history, Osor is just a 20-minute drive away and more villages can easily be visited on half-day trips. Cres isn't really a big island. What stood out the most for us at Baldarin is the balance. This isn't a designer take on Bohemian, it's a happy camp vibe that keeps the important pieces dialed in. Shade where it matters, access points to the water where you want them, showers that sparkle, and a team that stays warm and helpful without fuss. Nature really takes the lead at Baldarin, and moments carry the story. Even at the height of the summer, when the campground is full of energy, there's always a piece to claim, a corner of the beach, a bench along the path, or a flat rock that becomes your personal pier for a while. This is the kind of place where time stops to exist. Except dinner time. I told you before, once you try the restaurant, you will want to be back every night for sure. Thanks for taking the time to discover Baldarin with me. If you enjoyed this video, a like is very much appreciated and subscribe to this channel so you never miss a future video. See you on our next trip!